What if the greatest problem many people face today isn't a lack of knowledge, resources, or opportunities? What if the real issue is misalignment? You can be successful and still feel empty. You can love God and still feel distant from Him. You can serve others while losing yourself. You can be married and still feel lonely. You can work hard and still wonder, why am I here? Perhaps the next breakthrough isn't found in doing more, but in alignment. Before there was a ministry, a business, a career, a vision, or a calling, there was God. Spiritual alignment begins with three questions every human heart longs to answer. Where does life come from? Where is life ultimately leading? What is the purpose and the meaning of life? Life does not exist in a vacuum. In the beginning, God created a life, defined a life, and breathed His very breath into humanity. Long before you accomplished anything, long before you carried responsibilities, long before anyone knew your name, you were already known by God. You were already loved. You were already in relationship with Him. He calls you His sons and daughters, His beloved. And it is from that relationship that a true identity is born. Because when we lose sight of the source, we can easily lose ourselves. Perhaps that's why so many people today find themselves exhausted, successful yet empty, busy yet disconnected, doing great things for God while neglecting intimacy with Him. Many know about God, few truly know Him. Some have grown weary from religion. Some are trapped in performance and legalism. Some have learned to use spirituality to avoid pain instead of allowing God to heal it. Some have confused activity with intimacy. Yet, Jesus spoke those sobering words. Not everyone who says to me, Lord, Lord, will enter the kingdom of heaven. And the most heartbreaking words anyone could hear, I never knew you. Spiritual alignment is not about trying harder. It is not about appearing more spiritual. It is not about religious performance. It is about intimacy. It is about knowing God and being known by Him. It is about living from sonship rather than striving, from surrender rather than self-effort, from relationship rather than religion. Because before God calls us to ministry, He first calls us to Himself. Before He entrusts us with influence, He invites us into intimacy. Before He gives us an assignment, He gives us His heart. Day one of the Alignment Global Online Conference is an invitation to come home, to return to the source of life, and to become rightly positioned before God as the foundation for everything else. Together, we will explore hearing and discerning God's voice in a noisy world, surrender versus striving, and the neuroscience of trust and faith, nervous system regulation through spiritual practices, healing spiritual dryness, disconnection, and confusion, breaking agreement with false identities and realign with truth. Because the greatest invitation of heaven is not simply to do more for God, but to walk with Him. For eternal life is this, to know Him, come back to the fountain, come back to your first love, come back to the one who knew you before you were born, and discover once again that a true alignment begins not with what you do, but with whom you belong to.